Hello YouTube. For more tutorials and games, check out our website at newgem.webs.com. This is our second tutorial. This time, we will be explaining how to use the Sprite editor properly to create professional sprites. Before we start showing you around the editor, we must first talk about transparency. GameMaker now uses images that can contain an alpha channel. This means each pixel has its own level of transparency, ranging from invisible to completely visible. When using brushes and tools in the Sprite editor, you can select the alpha value of the brush. In various stages of this tutorial, graphical terms will be used. Basic knowledge in the image manipulation would aid your learning considerably. Now on to the tutorial. Here is the GameMaker interface. We will now create a sprite and open the Sprite editor. When making sprites, it is wise to have a canvas that is similar to sprites of its kind. For an example, player sprites could be 32 pixels by 32 pixels. Other player sprites should be this size as well. To create a new canvas and a blank sprite, click the button that resembles a blank page. Then input your wanted dimensions. Once this is done, double-click on the index 0 that is created. Now we can begin editing. If your dimensions were 64 by 64, like the one in the tutorial, your sprite should be relatively small. The blocks on the sprite will not show up in-game, they just indicate a fully transparent face. Select the brush tool and the color of your choice, then set the alpha value at 255 and your brush size fairly small. Then left-click somewhere in your blank canvas. You will begin drawing a picture using the soft brush. The pencil tool, which is stationed before the soft brush tool, is similar, but will provide you with a solid color without soft edges. So far, you may have found it difficult to see what you are doing with your small sprite. Clicking the third magnifying glass will zoom in, but will not increase the size of your image. Once done, click the glass with the equals to see the actual size of your sprite. Sometimes when editing an image you want to add something, but you can't quite find the color on the picture. Using the ink drop tool, you can select a color from the image. Now to explain anti-aliasing. When using the line tool or the various shape tools, you will see a tick box entitled anti-aliasing. With this option enabled, drawing primitives will use a drawing method that softens the edges of the lines or shapes, much like the difference between the pencil and the soft brush. The fourth row of drawing functions contains selection tools. The first tool allows you to draw a rectangle around part of the image, then drag it to a different location. The next selection method is the magic wand. This tool will select an area around the color you click on. Clicking on red will select that pixel, and any adjacent pixels will be selected too. If they are red or close enough, the higher the tolerance, the more difference in color is allowed compared to the first selected color. The third selection tool is the spray selection tool. You can select an area of your choice. Just as you use the soft brush, it will select an area that you brushed on. You can then move it around just as you would any other selection tool. The text tool is pretty self-explanatory. It will draw the given text where you click. The font can be changed as well as the alignment. The fill function is also pretty self-explanatory. Clicking on a pixel will fill all pixels of the same color around it with your selected brush color. The final tool in the brush bar is the pixel replacement tool. Clicking on a pixel will replace every pixel of the same color in the image with your brush color. Now that a few of the tools that aid the creation of a sprite have been explained, We will move on to effects. In the drop-down menu entitled Image, you will find a host of effects which add a layer of realism to your sprite. The bottom 5 functions are the most intense. They are all self-explanatory, and each have windows which allow you to customize the effect. You can play around with that and find out for yourself. Once you are finished with your sprite, click the green tick. You can make multiple sprites by clicking the blank page with a green plus symbol. Having multiple images will generally give an animated image. There are various animation effects that can be used to create an animated image. Click the animation drop-down list and have a play around with the functions. Now that important functions of the image editor have been explained, you should be able to create great in-game graphics. Good luck. Thank you for watching this tutorial. For more like this one, check out our channel or even subscribe. Smile.